You're, well, we're on a record in County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas. My name is Judge Terrence L. Holmes, Judge presiding. Our arraignment docket was set today at 9 a.m. this morning, and today's date is May 11 of 2021. The first case we're going to call, the first case that's remaining that we're going to call is cause number 321394. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Chase Ellis. We have Mr. Ellis was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. At 9 a.m., the bailiff called the name of Chase Ellis. Mr. Ellis did not answer. Mr. Ellis has not appeared in court since the case, since the court has been in session. The court has been in session since 9 a.m. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Chase Ellis? Okay, Chase Ellis' name was just called by the bailiff. He did not respond. Again, the time is 1:49 p.m. on today's date. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Ellis an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. Therefore, his bond shall be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. Warrant shall be issued for the arrest, and the bond shall be forfeited for Chase Ellis in clause number 321394. On the record in clause number 327040, the case is styled the State of Texas versus Justin LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc was scheduled to be in court for 9 a.m. for the court's arraignment docket. Mr. LeBlanc's name was called at about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. Mr. LeBlanc has not appeared in court since the court has been in session. The time now is 1:50 p.m. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Justin LeBlanc? Okay, now Justin LeBlanc's name was just called by the court's bailiff. He did not respond. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. LeBlanc an opportunity to appear in court. He has not appeared in court. Therefore, his bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. Warrant shall be issued for the arrest of Justin LeBlanc, and his bond shall be forfeited. We're on the record in clause number 327390. The case is styled State of Texas versus Anthony Wayne English. Mr. English was required to be in court this morning for the court arraignment docket at 9 a.m. His name was called at or about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. He did not respond. He has not appeared in court since the court was in session from 9 a.m. And the time now is 1:51 p.m. on today's date of May 11 of 2021. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Anthony English? Okay. Anthony English's name was just called by the court's bailiff. He has not responded. Therefore, a reasonable time has passed to give Mr. English an opportunity to appear in court, and for his bond will be forfeited. A warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections from the state. Mr. Anthony English bond will be forfeited and warrant shall be issued for his arrest. We're on the record in clause number 328262. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Stephen Johnson. Mr. Johnson was scheduled to be in court this morning, 9 a.m. for the court's arraignment docket. His name was called at or about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. He has not appeared in court since the court has been in session starting at 9 a.m. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Stephen Johnson? Okay, Mr. Johnson's name was just called by the bailiff. The time is 1:53, 1:53 p.m. on the day's date of May 11th, 2021. Reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Johnson an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. Therefore, his bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. Mr. Stephen Johnson's bond in clause number 328262 will be forfeited and the warrant shall be issued for his arrest. We're on the record in clause number 328930. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Thomas Edgington. Mr. Edgington was required to be in court for the court's arraignment docket at 9 a.m. Mr. Edgington's name was called at or about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. He has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 1:53 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Thomas Edgington? Mr. Edgington's name was just called by the court's bailiff. He did not respond. Therefore, reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Edgington an opportunity to appear in court. Bond will be forfeited and a warrant should be issued for his arrest. State, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. In clause number 328930, Thomas Edgington's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest. We're on the record in clause number 328936, State of Texas versus Nadia Scott. Nadia Scott was scheduled to be in court this morning for the court's arraignment docket at 9 a.m. Nadia Scott's name was called at or about 9 a.m. She did not answer. She has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. The time now is 1:55 p.m. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Nadia Scott? What's that? What is it?
No response, Your Honor.
Hold on a minute. What does it say?
I didn't know that. Is that not correct?
Oh, Nadia Scott?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Did you have that on you?
I don't have it on mine. I don't know.
I didn't write it down, but I don't know. I didn't write it down. I don't know.
We can check. Well,
I had a
okay.
hard time hearing Brayla this morning.
I know, I did too, but I put that down, I put a question mark, so I'll verify.
Okay, okay. Nadia Scott's name was just called again by the court's bailiff. Nadia Scott did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Scott an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared. Therefore, a bond will be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. Nadia Scott's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for arrest in clause number 328936. We on the record, and before the bond is forfeited and the warrant is issued, we would just check to see if Ms. Scott received notice. We're on the record in clause number 328960. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Samantha Schaefer. Ms. Schaefer was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's for the court's arraignment docket. And her name was called at or about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. She did not answer. And she has not appeared in court since the court's been in session since 9 a.m. And the time now is 1:57 p.m. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Samantha Schaefer?
No response, Your Honor.
Okay, Samantha Schaefer's name was just called by the court's bailiff Samantha Schaefer did not respond. A reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Schaefer an opportunity to appear in court for the arraignment docket. She has not appeared. Therefore, a bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections from the state. Ms. Samantha Schaefer's bond will be forfeited and a warrant should be issued for arrest in clause number 328960. We're on the record in clause number 328964. The case is styled the state of Texas versus William Fuller. Mr. Fuller was scheduled to be in court for the court's arraignment docket. His name was called at about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. He has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. And the time now is 1:58 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of William Fuller?
William Fuller. William Fuller. No response, Your Honor.
Mr. Fuller, William Fuller's name was just called again by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Fuller an opportunity to appear in court. Therefore, a warrant shall be issued for his arrest because he did not appear and his bond shall be forfeited. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. William Fuller's bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest in clause number 328964. We're on the record in clause number 328988. Case is styled of State of Texas versus Jennifer Lupe Salazar. Ms. Salazar was scheduled to be in court this morning at 9 a.m. for the court's arraignment docket. Her name was called at about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. She did not answer. She has not appeared in court since the court's been in session since 9 a.m. The time now is 1:59 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Jennifer Salazar?
Jennifer Salazar.
Your Honor. I wasn't sure about that.
Jennifer Salazar's name was just called by the court's bailiff and she did not answer. Jennifer Salazar has not appeared in court since the court's been in session. Reasonable time has passed to give Ms. Salazar an opportunity to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. There's a note on the file notes that says she's a transient with no mailing address. And I was informed that defendants are required to give at least an address when they get out on bond. She got out on a PR bond, and it's my understanding that maybe for her address, she just said transient. Is that correct? I think it was inputted as transient. That's the last known address that we had. But we'll look further into that before we do the bond forfeiture. However, Ms. Salazar was given a reasonable time to appear in court. She has not appeared in court. Therefore, a bond will be forfeited. Warrant should be issued for arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, no objections. Jennifer Salazar's bond will be forfeited. Warrant should be issued for arrest in cause number 328988. And before that is done, we'll look further into the matter. We're on the record in cause number 328990. Case is styled the State of Texas versus Justin Harrison. Miss Justin Harrison was scheduled to be in court at 9 a.m. this morning for the court's arraignment docket. Mr. Harrison's name was called at about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. Mr. Harrison did not answer. Mr. Harrison did not appear in court since the court's been in session since 9 a.m. Now the time now is 1:01 p.m. Actually 1:02 p.m. on today's date. Oh, excuse me. It's 2:02 p.m. on today's date. And Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Justin Harrison? Okay, Justin Harrison's name was just called by the court's bailiff. He did not answer. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Harrison an opportunity to appear in court. He is not appearing in court. Therefore, his bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections. Justin Harrison's bond shall be forfeited. Warrant shall be issued for his arrest in clause number 328990. And we're on the record in clause number 329002. The case is styled as State of Texas versus Chase Aaron Rosas. And Mr. Rosas was required to be in court this morning for the court's arraignment docket at 9 a.m. His name was called at about 9 a.m. by the court's bailiff. Mr. Rosas did not answer. Mr. Rosas has not appeared in court since the court's been in session since 9 a.m. The time now is 2:03 p.m. on today's date. Mr. Bailiff, would you please call the name of Chase Rosas?
No response, Your Honor.
Okay. Chase Rosas' name was just called by the court's bailiff. He did not respond. A reasonable time has passed to give Mr. Rosas an opportunity to appear in court for the arraignment. He has not appeared. Therefore, the bond will be forfeited and a warrant shall be issued for his arrest. State, do you have any objections?
No, Your Honor.
No objections from the state. Mr. Chase Rosas' bond will be forfeited. A warrant will be issued for his arrest in clause number 329002. This will conclude the calling of the court's arraignment docket on today's date of May 11 of 2021. And it was scheduled for 9 a.m. this morning. My name is Judge Terrence Holmes, and County Court at Law Number 2, Jefferson County, Texas.